Good day and welcome to Mrs. Bam's Study Notes. We will be looking at the psychosocial development theory of Erik Erikson today. The theory of psychosocial development outlines 8 stages that span from infancy to late adulthood. Each stage presents a central conflict that individuals must resolve to develop a healthy personality and acquire basic virtues. Here's a summary of each of Erikson's stages with examples. Stage number 1. Trust versus mistrust. This stage is in infancy, 0 to 1 year. The conflict is that infants learn to trust their caregivers for basic needs. An example would be a baby who is consistently fed, comforted, and nurtured. They develop trust in their environment. Conversely, neglection can lead to a baby mistrusting people. Stage number 2 is autonomy versus shame and doubt. This is early childhood, from 1 to 3 years. The conflict is that children learn to be independent and make choices. An example would be a toddler who is encouraged to dress themselves can feel a sense of autonomy, while overly critical parents can instill feelings of shame and doubt in children. Stage number 3. Initiative versus guilt. This stage is during preschool, the ages 3 to 6 years. The conflict here is that children assert control and power over their environment. An example would be a child who is allowed to lead play activities feels initiative, while being reprimanded for taking initiative can lead a child to feel guilt. Stage number 4. Industry versus inferiority. This is school age, from 6 to 12 years old. The conflict is that children develop a sense of pride in their accomplishments and abilities. An example would be a child who succeeds in school and receives praise feels industrious, while a child's failure or lack of support can lead to feelings of inferiority. Stage number 5. Identity versus role confusion. This is during adolescence, 12 to 18 years. The conflict is that teens explore different identities and roles to form a personal identity. An example would be a teenager who experiments with various groups and beliefs may find a sense of self, but those who feel lost or pressured may experience role confusion. Stage number 6 is intimacy versus isolation. This is during young adulthood, 18 to 40 years. The conflict is that young adults seek deep relationships while balancing their independence. An example would be a young adult who forms meaningful partnerships feels intimate connections, while those who struggle with commitment may experience isolation. Stage 7 is generativity versus stagnation. This is middle adulthood, 40 years to 65 years. The conflict is that adults strive to create or nurture things that will outlast them, contributing to society. An example would be a parent who raises children or a professional who mentors young colleagues. Such people feel a sense of generativity. Contrary, a person feeling unproductive can lead to stagnation. Stage 8 is integrity versus despair. This is late adulthood, 65 years and older. The conflict is that older adults reflect on their lives, finding meaning and satisfaction or feeling regret. An example is an elder who looks back with pride and a sense of fulfillment, feels integrity, and those who feel that they wasted their opportunities may experience despair. Each stage builds on an outcome of the previous stage, shaping a person's development and their ability to face future challenges. Erik Erikson's theory of psychosocial development has been influential in psychology, education, and related fields, and it has garnered both support and criticism within the scientific community. Despite the criticisms, Erikson's theory remains a fundamental model in understanding psychosocial development. It has sparked significant research, inspired therapeutic practices, and continued to be a reference point in discussions about human development. The blend of psychological, social, and cultural elements in his theory has kept it relevant even as new theories and frameworks have emerged. Join me again for Mrs. Bam's Study Notes.